Alright, so this video is really for all the people who are, maybe about to start working and they just want to know what it'll be like, what the people there are going to be like, or it could be like a relatable video for people who are, in work and basically know all of this, but they just want to watch something relatable that they can be like, yep, I understand that. So true. It can also be like a way for somebody who's like retired to be able to like maybe look back on this part of their life and be like, wow, I remember working. So this is really for all the under 18s, between 18 and 65s, and over 65s. So if any of those sound like you, then this is really gonna be your video, and you should watch to the end. All right, let's just jump right on into it. Starting us off is the Individualist, and this type of guy, he just gets all his best work done when he's alone. Like for example, this guy right here, let's just say he's an individualist, and you see all these people around him. But then watch this. All the people are gone, and now he can get his work done. And not only that, he can get his work done really, really well. So that's that type of person. Classic individualist. Now the coordinator, this guy's planning everything out. He's got all the plans. He's got all the maps. He's got logistics. This guy's on logistics. He's just planning everything. And this guy just really likes, like, to be able to understand like everything that's going on around him, and to help people who are coming up with all the plans. This guy's pretty useful. So always good to have a coordinator on your team. This guy, the hacker, he's always good with computers. He's doing all the best computer work. He's able to get into. He's always good with security systems and making sure that they're getting control of those. He's good. You basically just need one of these guys, and they're pretty difficult to come by. So if you have one in your group, then that's a really good thing. You really like to have a hacker on your team. Next one's the muscle. Now this guy's on intimidation. So, people need to understand people who you're up against. You need to be able to scare them into doing everything that needs to get done. That you need people to you need the muscle. You need a muscle man who's on your team, who's in your group, and just could just take control of things using intimidation. He's a really helpful guy. Next one's the insider. Now this guy who you're like up against you're like going against another company, and this guy basically he's like a double agent. He's working for you, but or like he's working for them, but he's working with you. He's giving you inside tips. He's giving you layouts. He's giving you schedules, and that's just basically everything that you're gonna need to pull off a good job. So this guy's a necessary component, really helpful guy. Now you need a guy on demolitions. This is the type of guy who, when you're up against like a safe or something, this guy is really helpful for getting into buildings and getting into safes that are well fortified and pretty tough, because it's basically really helpful for safes and for getting through walls and stuff like that. It's the demolitions guy is always like one of the most fun people on the team. yeah, you need a guy on demolitions to be able to get you into the right places. Yeah. Now the grease man. This guy's on parkour. The demolitions guy might get you into the safe, but you got to get past this all the lasers. Like the guy on the right who's getting through all the lasers really well. He looks like a grease man. And he's just, he can get past any security system. He can jump up to any place basically without touching the floor, if there's security on the floor, stuff like that. You need a grease man to be able to pull off a good job. Now the getaway driver is really important. Now you got the muscle. You've intimidated your way into the bank. You've blown up the safe. You've gotten into there. You know the plans. You know where the safe is, thanks to the coordinator. The grease man's gotten in there. He's gotten all the money. The hackers dismantled security. Everyone's in there. Everyone's got all the money from the bank. But he's got to have this guy. He's a really necessary component. Not a difficult job, but when everyone's just sitting in the back of the truck and the police are after you, are you gonna wanna cheap out on your getaway driver when you're in that kind of a situation? No, you're not. That's why you need a good getaway driver. This guy doesn't participate in the heist, but when all the goods and people get back, this guy's always ready to just get out of there as quick as possible. Now the front man kind of is like the muscle, but he's like a subtler type of guy. Like, you need to be able to get past security systems without tipping off that you're someone who is about to mess with them, who's about to rob them. Like, for example, in this animation I've provided, you got the front man on the right, and you got a cop who's like guarding the entrance. And watch this. No crime allowed. That's what the cop says. Wink. That's what the front man says. Actually, he doesn't say anything. He just winks. Okay, but just this once. That's what the cop says. And then boom, you're through. All right, the right hand man. The right hand man is someone who understands basically everything the exact same as the guy in charge, except he's not. He's participating in making the plans, but really he's just the guy in charge when the boss isn't there. You gotta have a right hand man to be able to complete jobs and be in charge whenever the boss isn't there. But even when the boss is there, this guy's always dependable to just be loosey-goosey and do all the best jobs. And he's just a really helpful, useful guy on the team. It's usually the right-hand man and the guy in charge who, come up with the whole idea for the heist in the first place, So that's why the right-hand man's there. Now, obviously, the last one, this is the guy in charge. This is the mastermind. He's coming up with all the plans. Nothing gets done without his say. You know what I mean? It's always up to him to make all the best decisions, and he's crucial for the team. He's the guy. He's in charge. He's the guy in charge, and he's crucial. If the plan works out, if the plan doesn't work out, which people you get on your team, which people you might want to leave behind. Everything's up to him, and the success of the heist is really all up to him. That's why you need a good mastermind, of course. Alright, now moving on to the availability of all the roles for our upcoming heist. The coordinator is available. The hacker is available. The muscle, we already have a muscle on our team. The insider's already, you gotta have the insider. That's basically like one of the first people that you get. You know what I mean? Cause like you whenever you plan the location, you get a guy who's working at the location to help out. So That's why we're not opening this one up to the public. Demolitions is an available position. We need a new grease man. The old one jumped off a cliff on accident. He was trying to get past the security system. But we need a better grease man, and that position is available. We need a good getaway driver. So if you're a good driver, then you should email us. I'm the front man. That's me. You can tell because of my great talking skills. I can talk my way past any cop. Normally I'd be the right-hand man, but since I already have skills as a front man, that just needs to be who I am. So that means that right-hand man, that isn't available position. So I guess if you're just like generally pretty good, and if we trust you enough, then we'll get you the right-hand man position. And of course the mastermind position's taken. You know, that's like the first guy on the team. So if you're available and high skill, able to fill in for one of these roles, then you should email us. It's in the description, and maybe we'll just get you on the team. Alright, so for all the people who are going to be on the team, this is a little bit of a heist location and planning. We are going to be robbing the Bank of Star Valley, located in 113 Peterson Parkway, Thane, Wyoming, 83127. If you are going to be there, please arrive at 11:25 p.m. on September 6th, 2025. That's upcoming. Now here's the plan. Basically, hold on. The muscle and the front man are going to go in through this door here. The front man will be able to talk their way past any of the first upcoming guards, and then when they get to up close to the safe, then that's basically like the muscle can intimidate that guy, because there's no talking your way past that. And meanwhile, the grease man and the demolitions guy will be sneaking around the back. We're gonna need a coordinator, but the insider has given us a little bit of planning. So we know the location of the safe. So we'll have demolitions below the place open, and we'll have the grease man sneak in there. And the getaway driver will probably be parked along this road, which is good. And everyone else is gonna be probably going around this side. And then they'll all meet up and get into the safe. Probably the muscle and right-hand man will take care of the rest of the security guards. Remember, right-hand man is general availability, so he'll be enough to help out with the muscle on that job. While everyone else, also the car, will have driven around the back by now, and it'll be over there, and we'll get all the money into there. We'll let the muscle know. They'll probably have already called the police by now, but we'll all pile into the van and drive off with great haste. Luckily, this is right next to a highway, so high-speed movement will be able to get out of there really quick. Alright, so thank you for participating and showing up for my heist planning meeting. Again, it's great to have you all on the team, and I'll see you all on September 6th to rob that place. Let's get pretty rich. If you want to participate in more heists in the future, further heists, if you want to be updated on future heists, then you should subscribe to the channel, because we do lots of heists on this channel, and we do tons of crime. This is a crime-based channel, so if you ever want to participate in stuff like that, then you should really just hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified whenever a new heist is coming up. Alright. See you next time.